Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another episode of the Hamster Power Hour. Yes, indeed, it's Hamster Power Hour, where once again, I'm going to talk about hamsters, the best way to deal with hamsters, how to treat them, and, what to do if your house becomes infested with hamsters. And I'm lying, I'm not going to do anything at all like that. This is just Bobo Jr., or as I tend to call him, Bobo, putting the accent on the end for some weird reason. I think it's because I'm just pretending he's like European. His daddy, I called him, actually it was his granddad. His granddad was Bobo. And Bobo was orange, and he was one of my favoriteest, oldest hamsters. He was the Grand Patrician of the hamster clan. And now his grandson, Bobo Jr., who carrying on the tradition of being the Grand Patrician, has his name of Bobo Jr., who is just going to turn and face me and not the camera, no matter what. Come on, face that way. Look into the camera. Let it steal your soul. Stare into the camera. Come on, be a good hamster. Well, he just wants to go back to bed, I think. I woke him up because he was sleeping. He was just a sleepy little guy. You're so cute. I'm so sorry. Here, I'll put you back in your cage. I have a little blue house in his cage. All of my little hammies I give little houses to so that they can be inside, so that they have a safe place. And I try not to invade their safe place, because everybody, even hamsters, need a safe place where, you're safe. You're not at risk of death. And so I try not to invade their little houses when they're in their houses. Except right now, he was asleep, so I moved his house and picked him up. But I put it back in there, put his house back on top of him. Now he's in his house and he's sleeping. So it's a good thing. Well, he's not sleeping yet. He will be. Right now, he's just eating because I was cruel and I woke him up. But that happens. I have a hamster over here. I banged into my desk here. I don't know who that is right off the top of my head in that cage. And I have another hammy over here. And in fact, my last one, since Goldie perished, and then before that, one of my other hamsters perished, I had kept 6, and now 2 are gone. So this one, oh no, guy, I know I woke you up too. I'm so mean. He was in his blue house sleeping, but he's here too. So these are my little guys. This is Patches Jr. He's a-sleeping. He was shown on camera yesterday. He's a sweetie. I really like him. I like all my hamsters. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to scare you. There you go. Always make sure that my hamsters are within reach, because well, you never know. A situation could be made better by the introduction of a hamster. And there's a lot of situations can be made better with the introduction of a hamster. In fact, boy, just about all of them. Really. Quite honestly and truly. Thumbs up. I mean, really. Racing, NASCAR, if you had like hamsters in the passenger seat, then they could have a hamster. That would be like a ham car racers. You'd put little helmets on the hamsters, and then the NASCAR. So it could be good. I mean, it would lighten up any situation. Astronauts, I don't know how well hamsters would be able to take liftoff. I mean, that's like, gosh, a lot of gravities when you're in a rocket. I don't know if hamsters could take it and not break. Man, that might be a bad idea. That one could be depressing. You'd end up with a bunch of dead hamsters. But then they move insects and hamsters and well, not hamsters, but all sorts of animals all the time into space. So who knows? I mean, maybe hamsters could be great. Hard to say. Well, as you can see from the wood back there, I didn't get a hammer yesterday, so I didn't put together my bookshelves. That's the word. So they're still needing to be done, because there's the one smaller bookshelf has like 50 some odd tiny nails in it, and then the bigger one, with the thing back there, it's got like 70 some odd nails, and they're little tiny things like that you got to go through hammer like 50 nails into each section of the wood to get it to stay together. And it's just with this big cardboard backing. So, hey, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to hopefully get like a hammer, that's the word, today when I go for my walk. I'm going to walk down past, there's this hardware store. You know, if you're in the United States, you've probably heard of Ace Hardware. There's an Ace Hardware. That's where I'd gotten my screwdriver set. So I'm going to go buy a hammer there. And so I can hopefully get at least one of them done today. I don't know. I also need to, I think, blow the dust out of my computer. It's really loud all the time now. So I have a feeling it's probably collecting more dust. I don't know how dusty this place is. It's less dusty than where I was living. In the garage where I was, there is oh boy. Well, I have my consoles here right next to me, and they're not dusty right now. But back when I lived in the garage, they've been out here for weeks, two weeks, and they're not dusty. If I had had those out for 2 days in the garage, there'd be a thick coating of dust on those now. My computer was always filling up with dust. It was bad. So hopefully here it's going to be a lot better. And with fewer hamsters, there's less dust because rodents, they chew, they cause dust. So thumbs up on that. Yesterday we, what did we do? Not much of anything. In fact, I didn't go for a walk yesterday. We didn't go to a store. It was a very slow day. And in fact, it was so slow, I had a lot of nothing to do, to the point that because like no hammer, I couldn't put together the shelves, no bookshelves, couldn't put my stuff up. So I have a lot of stuff I need to do, but can't do yet. And so I had a lot of space where a lot of time and nothing to do. So I ended up, I took a nap because I was just falling asleep because I wake up so early, like 5 in the morning again, a lucky day. I mean, last night I must have woke up like 4 or 5 times just in that 4 or 5 hour period I was sleeping. So I never even had, it takes about an hour and a half for a full sleep cycle where you fall down into REM sleep and then you're deeper sleep and then you come back out. It takes about an hour and a half for that cycle. I never even hit an hour and a half of sleep. So I never even got a full sleep bit of cycle because I was awake so often. But nothing really happened yesterday. A lot of wishing that things were happening and yet not happening. So hopefully I can get a bit more done today. Not just talking about getting things like the bookshelves done. I mean just life in general. Unfortunately, because I don't have my recliner is down in the living room. And so I'm only in my recliner when we're all together watching television. I don't have the recliner here. I have this very, very awesome chair that I had to put together, given to me by a very, very kind commenter and subscriber, Justina Aquavita Metz. Thank you so much. This chair here. Bash, smash. I got stuff on the floor because I don't have any shelves in. So, that's, where was I going with that? Spinning in a circle here sort of helped drive the thought out of my head. Remember, with fibromyalgia, I always feel like I just woke up and that everything that I've said in the past has been when I was waking up. So it's hard to remember anything. But, so we didn't get anything done. I haven't gotten anything done. I want to get things done. There's times when I can't get anything done, but there's time to fill. And so I end up with a lot of periods where, oh yes, because my recliner, I was able to just fall asleep and stuff in that chair. Because I'm up in here like this, I don't fall asleep. And because I don't fall asleep, that's a lot of time when I'm just awake when I wouldn't be, trying to fill that time and not knowing what to do. Because, can't make the shelves because I don't have the bookcase, because I don't have a hammer, because I don't want to keep the neighbors awake because we're in a duplex, So you don't want to be too loud because the neighbors are just right on the other wall. So there's times when I just don't have anything to do, literally nothing to do, because I don't really watch television. And I mean, I'll watch television. I don't mind when it's on. It's just I've never spent my life doing that. I don't turn a television on unless I'm going to play a game or there's a specific show that I want to watch. Unfortunately, unfortunately, life is life. I mean, it's the TV goes on immediately at the house and then it stays on. And that's fine. They watch lots of fun stuff. I mean, we're paying for cable. If you don't use it, what's the point? So we use it. Thumbs up on that. But I've never been a television watcher. Even my whole life, I stopped watching TV back when I was like in middle school. And the only thing I watched then was for soap. There was a comedy parody TV show called Soap, where they were making fun of soap operas and the like. I watched that. It ended in like 1977. Since then, I've watched television, yeah, but I've never ordered cable or had TVs of my own. It's just whenever somebody else has had a television that's on, I'll watch. So now that we got a TV that's on, I watch. It's fun, but it's not something, given a choice between playing a game or watching TV, I'm just going to walk away and come play a game. Television doesn't interest me that much, so yay. Such is life, though. I mean, you have to live with life, and I live with myself, and as I've stated, I'm weird. I'm eccentric, I know that. I'm not your standard normal person. In my case, it was the near-death experiences that I've had through my life that have burned out my limiters and sensors where, life is way too short. And if you don't say and do the things that you want to say and do, they're never going to get done. So I say and do a whole bunch of things that you probably shouldn't say and do. But hey, life is short and I've almost died way too many times. So, you got to do what you got to do. But now, speaking of doing what you got to do, I am going to go to the community page on my channel and thank 20 to 25 kinds of commenters. Now, I have gone through and scrolled back 24 hours for 24 hours worth of comments, and I'm going to thank 20 to 25 of you. It's a range because with my fibro, I'm quite sure I got lost all the way through. I don't think I've ever accurately made it through 25. I get lost in the counting. So, and if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I do my very, very best, but I'm terrible with names. So when I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm doing my best. I don't have anybody that I saw that asked for a shout out. That doesn't mean it's not there. I do a quick scan through to see if anyone wants a shout out. I didn't see any. If you would like one, just ask for one. And if I catch it, you definitely get a shout out. So thumbs up on that. So there's Reaver. Thank you very much for the comment. And remember, I'm not reading the comments. I'm just thanking you for leaving the comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. It doesn't matter right now. I'm just thanking you for leaving the comment. I'll read the comments and comment on them afterward. Right now, though, I'm just thanking you for leaving the comment. Like Jose Quintero, thank you very, very much. And then there is Native Beats 2016, thank you. And then Carrion Soul, thank you very, very much. And then there is Boy Jamat, Juh Boy Boi Jmat. Somebody, thank you very much. And Manny Metz, thank you very, very much. Great. Oh, pardon me, my tummy. Greatly appreciated. Ugh. My stomach is just trouble. I gotta go to the VA and see about that. I've already had them take a look inside and stuff, so I've been fine. But then there is No Maybe So 123. Thank you very, very much. And Apples. I like the simple username. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And Fungert, Fungrt. Thank you very much. And then there is Ryan. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And Pack Cam. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Mers Boys. Merzbois. Son of a gun. Thank you very, very much. And then there is Jesus Gerardo. Well, that's the way I would pronounce it. JesusGerardo. And then there is Servasa P. Servasce. And then the capital letter P. Son of a gun. Thank you very much. And Amanda Calmer. Oh, Amanda Calmer. Oh boy, I mispronounced that one badly. I'm very sorry. Amanda Calmer. Thank you very, very much. And then there is Hackerman. thank you very, very much for the comment. Greatly appreciated. Let's pronounce the words properly. And then Stratos Car, thank you very, very much. Zero Law, thank you very much for the comments. Greatly appreciated. And Haunted Mario. Ooh, that's pretty scary. I don't know. Thank you very much for the comment, though. Sorry for the silliness. And then there is Ermirefe Haskuka? Ermirefe Haskuka? Ermirefe Haskuka? Thank you very, very much. I'm very sorry I've mispronounced that so badly. And then there is Scarecrow. Thank you very much. And Countess Rionan Del Rey. Thank you very much. And Jamie's Division. Now, is this a 2 or a 3? I can't remember if I went from 2 to 3, so you see, that's why I got confused. And then Hackerman, thank you very, very much. And then last but not least, Zombie Survival 2.0. Son of a gun. Thank you all so very, very much for the comments. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head and into the real world, and that is a good thing. Thank you so very, very much. Definitely a thumbs up. I'm having trouble keeping my voice in the higher register for everybody. I'm very sorry. It's harder for people to understand me when I talk down here in my chest. So because my voice is deeper and lower, and many people have difficulty hearing lower registers, lower tones like that. My wife was one of them. When I spoke out of my chest with my normal voice, she could not hear me. I had to bump it up into my throat, speak up in a higher register, and then she could hear me. Because when I talk like this, and I'm down in my chest, and it's lower, it's deeper, it's harder to hear, it's very rumbly. So it's just harder to hear. So that's why I try to bump it up so that people can hear me. But now, at 16 minutes and 55 seconds, what I'm going to do is open up the greetings page, because I want to read everybody in their home language. If you would like to hear a morning greeting in your language, please let me know. You could tell me how to say hello, goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. That would be awesome. The morning greeting will definitely be used. I try to use the other greetings in other videos, but fail miserably. So, bom dia, dia dit, dia quit, bom dia, no, I already did that one, very sorry. Guten Tag, buenos dias, there we go. Bună dimineața, Ohio, Lebrit, labas ritas, kamusta, buongiorno, terra homokost, Yorageld, barilus, ni hao, kalimera, bonjour, bokertov, dzień dobry, or less formally, cześć, labdien, dobro utro, dobre rano, bereda, privyet, merhaba, mesa ol haley, go morgan, god morgan, and of course go forth and have the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. A very, very good thing. Yep. Good food, good drink with good friends. Doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. Doesn't have to be mounds of crack cocaine. Doesn't have to be a crack whore spreading her thighs for you. Nope, the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. And now at 18 minutes and change, because I like to keep these under 20 minutes, I am going to say thank you very much for watching. I used this processing time to get my head together, and if I don't do this, I don't feel right for the day anymore. It's like getting dressed. You don't get dressed and you go out naked into the world, you don't feel right. Same thing. If I don't have an opening vlog to process and get the stuff clear in my head, I don't know what I'm doing. So thank you all very, very much, and thank you all for watching. And if you could check out my links, that would be awesome. I have forgotten entirely what the links are, but if you could check those out, I bet you could figure it out. That would be awesome. And if you could toss me a like, that would be cool. I do appreciate all positive validation for my existence, a definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be really cool, but only if you're down with it, because pity subscriptions are not needed or wanted. But if you're down with it, then definitely thumbs up. Hope to keep you as a subscriber forever and ever and ever. Wrapped in plastic, down in the basement, with the rest of them in the dark. One day that'll sound appropriately creepy instead of just stupid. But thumbs up. So you have a good day. Yeah, I talk with my hands. I've always talked with my hands. It's been very difficult when I've been in stage plays, but still. So you take care. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.